What is going on, Journal? It is Monday, October 6th, and we have a trade recap to go over. Today is a, pretty interesting day. A lot to go over, and yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into it. So, going into the larger time frame, New York Open, we are right around here. We take all-time highs on NASDAQ, and we basically rallied all night pretty much since open, around 6 p.m. So our NWOG was left wide open, and then we rallied all-time highs. So I was looking for shorts in order to, basically start rebalancing price action, see what, kind of just, come back down off of where we've been pumping up, pretty much all day. So this was actually very nice, by the way. Then let's just get straight into market open. I kind of want to go over, so something I've been going over, standard deviation, as well as intermediate term highs, intermediate term lows, all of that type of jazz. And this is a great example. So when I was looking at Asian session, I was like, okay, where is this manipulation leg that took us into, buy side? We could argue that it's over here. You could argue that it's right here, and as well as we tap into -1 of this standard deviation. However, I liked to use, wow, that's actually perfect. This one over here to the left, because of the fact we have this model over here. So we have a low, intermediate short-term high, break lower, intermediate term low. We get a market structure shift above this high, and we get another low, and then we break higher. So this right here perfectly took us into that buy side, and then working that daily wick. So once we started working that daily wick, we directed off 0.25 right here, 0.25, and our -1 standard deviation. We break lower. Once we break this high, that's when I'm looking for the standard deviation on this, and we have a -1, and we take all-time highs, as well as hitting -2 standard deviation. So that was around 8:12 in the morning, around there. And now, coming to market open, right around here, I'm looking for shorts. I want to see the market come lower into this daily wick, and potentially, even, come down into this, regular trading hours gap, at least consequent encroachment of it. And now this is where we can go to ES. So ES, I'm just gonna clear these drawings. There's a lot of drawings, but it's to explain a lot. ES rallied up all night, just like NASDAQ did. Did not take all-time highs, and we had this big dip lower, take out this low, came up, took out the highs pre-market, and then opened up right here, 9:30 open. So I'm still looking for shorts, and ES I see has this low, as well as NWOG that is relatively close to where we are at relative to New York session. So now we come into New York session, and I see on the 3-minute time frame, I'm just kind of going through it, I see we have a short-term high up here, long-term high. As soon as we break this high, what do we get? A market structure shift. We put in a lower low right here, put another short-term high, and then we broke lower off open. Breaking lower off open, put in this 3-minute fair value gap. We come up, we close right here, we tap back into this breaker block on the 3-minute time frame. This blue box right here, I believe it's a 15-minute. Is a 15-minute breaker block. So we get this close below, we get a retrace back into it, and then this retrace back into it is into another 3-minute fair value gap. So has a double fair value gap on the 3-minute, and then this should have been the trade that we took to the shorts, to the downside, to take out -1 standard deviation. I'm gonna delete that one. -1 standard deviation, as well as new week opening gap. That should have been the play. The market should have stopped for me. The market should have stopped for me right around here. As soon as okay, why the heck's that? Okay, I'm done with that. Should have stopped as soon as, we came back up into here, and, we're done. However, this is where NQ comes in to basically say, screw your analysis, and I'm going to do what I want to do. So, what do we got? On the 15-minute, I'm going to, I want to delete some stuff. I'm going to delete this 830 open. Delete this. Okay. So you can see these two up close candles right here. We have an order block. And, you know, price comes up here, it leaves relative equal highs. And I was expecting this order block to come up, get tapped into, sweep these highs to go lower. That's exactly what happened. If we go to ES though, right here's where we get that buy side sweep, where we should start to go lower. And we don't. We quite literally don't. NASDAQ breaks lower after sweeping that, exactly what we wanted to see. Takes our sell side out right here. And NASDAQ did not do a single thing. Not NASDAQ, sorry, ES. ES just started to consolidate and then rally higher. Who knew that we wanted to not tap into this double free rally gap? Who knew that we wanted to just leave all that and not fill in new week opening gap fully? Who knew that NASDAQ did not want to go into 0.5 of this regular trading hours gap? So yeah, what kind of led to, it was a $50 loss on right here, $50 loss. What led to that loss? You know, simply not trusting this first setup. This first setup is A+. I don't know why you're not taking that. And then, you know, being patient until next one, yes, makes sense. But, you know, first of all, you're not supposed to enter basically when it comes back to it. You know, that's showing weakness. Like I said last week, I remember I literally said that. Shows weakness and return to it. And then, yeah, so this loss could have been completely prevented if I just simply took the trade I should have taken, which was before that. And it's exactly what I needed to see. But I just did not take it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And, you know, especially tapping in a -1 standard deviation, I should have kind of took a step back and after tapping in the new week opening gap and be like, okay, you know, price probably wants to go higher. We're pretty bullish. And, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So that's pretty much all I got. Our narrative and our bias today was pretty perfect, basically. You know, perfect highs, you know, perfect sell model to the downside. Take out the short-term low, or yeah, intermediate-term low, and then, you know, start, I guess, going higher. I was expecting, you know, something deeper into new week opening gap, but I guess we're just bullish to the point where we, you know, really don't want that. Also, we have liquidity in an order block, so, you know, as a result of missing my first trade, I was liquidity for the second one. And, you know, until I fix that, until, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm not taking these dumb trades. I'm just going to execute when I see what I need to see. You know, I'm going to be going through the same thing over and over. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Could have been a really nice day. You know, coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know what I'm saying? Something also interesting to look at is how we're reacting off this 0.5. You know, once we get below, we tap back into it and then rally lower and turn new week opening gap. And then we take out that low and then start to break higher, get an order block, respect the order block, and then start to head higher going into the rest of the session. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And, yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.